Elon Musk fires exclusively women? What? I mean, I'm not saying that, but certainly photographic evidence has arisen that it appears, well, women just weren't up for the task. At least the women at Twitter. I'm sure that the women that watch my videos would not be put off at the thought of having to actually do their job. But apparently, the women of Twitter, all these like women that got the job probably because they were told that they were going to get free wine or something of that matter, they all dipped. They dunked, they dodged, they dipped, and they dodged again. They didn't want to work anymore. They wanted to go home and work remote for one of the many companies currently hiring in Silicon Valley, except there's like none. This tweet went viral from the wonderful Lauren Chen. Twitter before Elon versus Twitter after Elon. So you have Twitter here, all these women. Let's see. 1 man, 2 man, 3 man. They're all in the back. All 3 men are in the back. Oh, here's one. Well, here's another one. Okay. It's about 85-15. After. Hey, shout out. I believe there's a woman here. This is definitely pretty sure this is a woman. And I'm going to say that the top of this head is at least a 60% chance a woman. But everybody in this office at 1 a.m. in the morning, it appears to be 95% men. I'm not saying anything. In fact, Twitter got so angry that they fact-checked it. This is not a before and after of Twitter as is claimed. The before picture is a group of people who worked on the Twitter comms team, first seen here. The after is a group of engineers posted by Elon Musk. Still got 340,000 likes. He certainly did fire a lot of people, and the media continues to run around like Chicken Little saying it's going to collapse, but it just isn't. By the way, if you're thinking about the holidays, it's time. Coffeebrandcoffee.com, the gift of coffee, tea, or cocoa. Absolutely home run for friends, family, coworkers. We have this awesome gift box builder right on the top here that you can put together a box that comes ready, shipped, ready to gift. Beautiful, nice box. I only ordered 10,000 of these boxes and we already sold almost 2,000. So make sure you get your gift boxes built up. Promo code The Quartering will save, and it supports the channel. Elon Musk posts pictures with engineers as they leave Twitter code review at 1:30 a.m. Elon posted a picture with the engineers at Twitter's San Francisco headquarters saying they were leaving after the billionaire asked some employees who had not resigned to meet with him. Quote, just leaving Twitter HQ, code review, the billionaire wrote in the Saturday tweet about 1:30 p.m. The media cope about this is hilarious. Like, I'm going to show you a few more articles. Like, they keep writing these articles like they're literally trying to will Twitter to fail. Like, they reinstate Trump. Everyone's like, oh my God, that's the worst thing ever. They reinstate Andrew Tate. They reinstate Project Veritas. Every single thing that Elon does is the thing that destroyed Twitter. He's done about 15 of those things, including firing 7,000 people, and nothing's changed. At least from a functionality standpoint. Responding to a user who said Twitter was more alive at 1 a.m. than it used to be during the daytime, Musk said it was the most amount of people he's ever seen in the building by far. In a series of emails sent 24 hours earlier, Musk asked to meet with anyone who actually writes software on Friday afternoon. He told them to gather on the 10th floor of the building, where he's been working since taking over Twitter on October 27th. Employees were asked to send bullet point summary of their code over the last 6 months, along with up to 10 screenshots of the most salient lines. His memos came after mass resignations and an ultimatum, yet Twitter continues to be doing just fine. Here's New York Times. Elon Musk's Twitter teeters on the edge after another 1,200 leave. Okay, does it though? I think Twitter had all-time peak usage over the weekend. Like, all-time peak usage. I mean, is it really teetering? Some internal estimates showed that at least 1,200 full-time employees resigned on Thursday. 3 people close to the company said that Twitter had 7,500 full-time employees at the end of October, which dropped to about 3,700 after mass layoffs, and another 1,200 on Friday, so they're on a 2,500. The employee numbers are likely to remain fluid as the dust settles on the exits, with confusion abounding over who's keeping a tally of workers and running other workplace systems. Some employees who quit said they were separating themselves from the company by disconnecting from email and logging out of the internal messaging system, Slack, or they were logged out, Slack, because human resources representatives were not even available. Sure, that's probably true. A fired Twitter engineer said he would have come up with a way more clever way and devastating jokes about Elon Musk if he knew that he was getting canned. This is an article. This is an article on Business Insider. Business Insider. This is an article on a mainstream journalism site because a fired employee said he wished he had disparaged his boss. This is their big own. A fired Twitter engineer said he would have come up with a way cleverer and more devastating jokes about new owner Elon Musk if he'd known he'd been fired. One current formerly employee previously told Insider that the firing seemed to target many people with an internal Slack channel called Social Water Cooler, which was around 2,000 members who had been used by the staff to chatter and criticize the company. Good. Good. Daniel Fletcher, who appeared to be a software engineer at Twitter, tweeted on November 15th, "I've been fired for unspecified recent behavior in violation of unnamed company policy, i.e. hanging out in hashtag social water cooler." He had also retweeted some posts that were critical of Elon Musk's leadership, including one by since fired Twitter engineer Benjamin Lieb, who said that Musk had no idea WTF what the F he's talking about. On Friday, Fletcher posted a thread commemorating his time at the social media giant, as well as discussing his job and praising his colleagues. He commented on the jokes he believed led to layoffs. "If I had known I'd been fired for participating in a 1,200 RPC discussion, or for making fun of Elon and Slack, who knows, we were never told, then I would have come up with way more clever and devastating jokes," Fletcher said. I mean, come on, Elon. We were just horsing around. The 1,200 RPC discussion refers to a tweet by Musk where he apologized for the app's super slow performance. Lieb and two other engineers said they were fired after publicly criticizing the tweet. Well, good. I think that a lot of these people, look, they're going to have, 3 months to feel fine about themselves? 3 months to feel like they were totally in the right, to just not fall in line, and good for them. I hope they find a job where they have an employer who's going to pay them 6 figures and is totally fine with them talking junk about them behind their back on employee communications software or publicly online. I'm not sure that you're going to find many, many employers that are willing to do that. And then coming from Bloomberg, like, Elon Musk is running Twitter like a failing newspaper business. You'd know. Mainstream media would know. In what ways is he doing that? In media, publishers are forever caught between delivering what's best for their news readers and what's best for their investors. If those two things aren't the same, you know what you do? You get different investors. Perhaps you're aware of some of the more infamous case studies. This usually refers to a war between new managers and the rank and file, the latter in group trying to maintain editorial quality. As new owners push staff to do more with less, a common way to downsize in media is through buyouts, typically by offering an optional severance package to higher salaried veteran talent who leave with important institutional knowledge. But what exactly is important institutional knowledge about Twitter? Nothing. You have all these articles absolutely coping and seething about, I'm sure there are women that work at Twitter. I'm sure there are women that work at Twitter that there are women there that are smarter than the men that sit beside them and are more and work harder. But I think the larger conversation is funny. You could see Job interview for newly unemployed Twitter employee. Interviewer. So why did you quit your previous job? Ex-Twitter employees. I was given an ultimatum and I didn't want to work hard. Interviewer. Did you properly hand off responsibilities? Ex-Twitter employee. Well, I didn't like the CEO, so my whole team quit to try to sabotage the infrastructure of the app. Interviewer. What? You what? Why would you do that? Ex-Twitter employee. We didn't like him and didn't like what he wanted us, that he wanted us in the office. Interviewer. Was lunch provided at the office? Ex-Twitter employee. Every day, but I wanted to keep my 5 other full-time jobs, so I couldn't come to work in the office. This is a reference to a lot of these people that work like 5 hours a week for Twitter, and then they have all these other gigs that they do. Interviewer. Why on earth do you think I would hire you? Ex-Twitter employee. Because I previously made a lot of money, and this is tech, right? I mean, like, and Twitter continues to grow and get more interesting. And it's going to be fun to watch this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you click that red subscribe button down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.